What if I told you with a straight face that Bluey, the little cartoon Australian dog show, that if it were to leave Disney Plus, that it would send the Disney stock spiraling into the gutter? What if I told you that with a straight face? Would you believe me? Would you think I was telling you the truth? Well, folks, we're going to lay the facts out in front of you, and you're probably going to agree with what we just said in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Bluey is what's holding the Disney stock together. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where sometimes we say things that's, well, it's hard to believe, and then, well, the receipts are laid on the table in front of you, and you go, oh my gosh, these crazy guys, they know what they're talking about. We know what we're talking about with Bluey. We know that Bluey is 1/3 of all streaming on Disney Plus, if you can believe that. Bluey at this point might be worth more than Star Wars and Marvel combined. And today we're examining when that license is over and when Disney surely will have to pay the piper to keep Bluey on their streaming service. Folks, Bob Iger might need a diaper when that happens, because it is going to be a very hard day on the pocketbooks and purses of the C-suite. We're going to show you exactly how much this property is worth and what it means for Disney. And it's unbelievable. It's crazy. It's insane. Panel, here we go. Here's the article. It is out of Rap Pro. And this one says, Bluey Special The Sign scores series best 10.4 million views in first week on Disney Plus. And yes, that is bonkers for a preschool show. The special is also the most viewed Disney Junior title on the streaming platform. It's starting to make one wonder if Bluey is no longer a preschool show, but just flat out a family show. This by Lucas Manfredi. It says, Bluey Special The Sign has scored 10.4 million views globally in its first 7 days of streaming on Disney+, becoming the platform's most viewed Disney Junior title and episode of the show ever. The series, which was the second most streamed show of 2023, let that sink in, folks. Bluey is the second most streamed show, not on Disney+, on anything. And it's a preschool cartoon dog show that espouses traditional views and values. If you're wondering where the culture really is versus where Hollywood wishes it would be, that tells you everything you need to know. 43.9 billion minutes viewed, according to Nielsen. Consistently, it's in the top 5 series on Disney Plus by monthly views. Cancel that. I'll correct this. It's in the top 5 series on any streaming service in the world and is regularly the very top of Disney Plus, with nothing else usually beating it or coming close. In fact, how big is it? It's 1/3 of all the viewership on Disney Plus. If you took Bluey away, Disney is fighting to stop Peacock from beating it. Disney defines a view as total stream divided by runtime. We don't care. Bluey, created and written by Joe Brum, follows the adventures of a blue heeler puppy. You guys know all that. The Sign was the episode before that on April 14th. Surprise is the new one. Maybe this is talking about The Sign. Yeah, The Sign. So Surprise came out. It's the series finale until they come back after hiatus. And I suspect it's going to do great. But Jonas, this The Sign episode, you and I both watched it for reasons that we reveal soon. But
I saw The Sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw The Sign.
So, I could hear that one coming a long way away.
Yes. So The Sign, though, I thought was phenomenal television. Doesn't matter that it's a cartoon dog family. It is spectacularly good. I think that it likely made many people have dust in their eyes. So, Jonas, how much do you think Bluey is going to be worth when it comes time for Disney to pay the bill to keep it?
Well, if Star Wars is worth $4 billion, then Bluey is worth $6. If we're
Star Wars is probably worth $2.
Legitimate actual value of these things. Of course, Star Wars is worth less than Disney paid for it at this point, because they have done more damage to it than they have even maintaining the value. You could have put it in a bank where at least it could have garnered interest.
Could I channel the negotiations a little?
Please.
I am not in any way ascribing any gangsterism to the Bluey folks or the BBC, but I can imagine the conversation going something like this. Well, that's a nice little streaming channel you got there. It'd be a shame if anything happened to it.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, I tweeted at the Ludo people at this point, and BBC Studios is the agent that controls all of
Yeah,
that
they're the
work.
distributor.
So,
and I also wonder, I don't know how long that deal runs. I bet you there's a zillion people would like that gig of selling this thing around the world.
and
When they started, BBC was the brand and they were not, so they needed somebody big. But now,
right, and now they're essentially the largest children's brand in the world, and they only make one show. And let's not pay attention to what else Ludo is going to be producing here in a little while. They are a production company. I don't know if Joe Brum, who is in charge of Bluey, is in charge of whatever else is going on there. They're liberal people, I will say that, but they have done a good job of maintaining something clean and traditional. And not even that traditional, just kind of traditional in a world that seems to be pushing away from this stuff. It's as if their righteous cause to get away as far as possible and not let preschool children get away with having just normal, non-questioning lives.
when we say the top children's show producer in the universe, which they definitely are, their shows are how long? 8 minutes?
8 minutes.
So if you go back to the prior holders of that title, whether it's Hanna-Barbera or, I don't know, Sesame Street, their shows were half an hour or longer, right? So that makes it triply amazing, I think. And I'm going to say this again because a lot of people still don't know, even though I'm a broken record. You can buy, as I did for my grandson, the first 2 seasons of Bluey on disc and show them all day long on your TV for $19.95 on Amazon.
Right, and they're legitimate versions of it instead of the Disney Plus edited versions of all of this. I'll also add
that's the reason why you're keeping Disney Plus. That's not a reason anymore.
Right. The next runner-up on this is CoComelon, which is not anything of quality. It belongs on YouTube, except that the fact that they put it on Netflix, and it regularly does pretty well on Netflix. This would destroy Disney Plus if they got rid of Bluey. Many parents are tolerating Disney Plus at this point, specifically for Bluey. So this, to me, $11 million is not completely off of the table, other than the fact that there's no way they're paying $11 billion. That's how much money they have to make in order to make Disney Plus whole.
And one of the earlier questions mentioned the word boycott. You know, there's boycott as in stand on a street corner and protest, but there's also just, no, I just don't think I'll spend my money there and not make a big deal out of it. How many parents who find out about the evil queen are going to say, let's see, I'm keeping Disney Plus and paying more money into this company. Why exactly?
Right.
When I can spend $20 on Amazon and be done with it.
Or even imagine the soft boycott of, we're going to keep Disney Plus, but my kids aren't allowed to watch anything that I haven't screened myself. And all of this stuff has diminished in quality so much that there's no excitement to try to get to it because it's likely going to be garbage. It used to be something that I looked forward to, a new Disney film coming out.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, ever since Onward, where it's like, well, why do we need to throw this thing in here about the Centaur cop's love life? Now, all of a sudden, it enters into my mind that I cannot let my kids watch this. So unless I've already screened it to check that it's okay. So this slows down the process a lot for my kids specifically, because they're not. I want peace in my house, and I want to have these conversations with my kids on my own terms. There's one brief line in the sign that made me raise my eyebrow here, but it's also one small character in a scene where a lot of people are talking. Someone says something about maybe having 2 moms. I don't want to
Jonas,
be.
Jonas, are you ready to make the announcement? Just do it. You're dancing around it.
Yeah,
what are you going to do? What are you going to say, Jonas?
Well, there will be some new content on Everything Woke as we're going
through all of the research
folks that we've done on this issue here. Yes, I will be bringing back the channel. I don't know that we're ready to do a full release, but there's too many things that are going on that it has to be done, and it has to be sequestered on this spicy little channel over here. It wouldn't be appropriate to saddle that Park Place with all of the issues that go on the Everything Woke channel. Of course, we'll be covering that on thatparkplace.com, which we will be, you should be bookmarking.
Well, between that and Lorena, we've got more spice than Dune.
Yeah.
Folks, you heard it here first. Everything Woke with Jonas J. Campbell is coming back. The channel is returning, and it's coming back with this Bluey episode and the claims that Bluey has a little dog talking about two mums.
There's a surprising amount of
Jonas,
depth to this question. Also,
Get-
I'll point that out.
Get ready, folks. Everything woke is returning. And we have come to the end yet again. A joy as always because you were here. You are the electricity. You are the gigawatts. I don't care what Lou says a gigawatt means. Paul, I don't care what you say. A gigawatt is electricity. How dare you guys? Anyway, folks, I kid. Inside joke for those of you who watched the Pro Show last Thursday. But anyway, let's wrap this up. Ladies and gentlemen, we sure do appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms, and drop a comment down below. And folks, you know what we say at the end of every one of these. Because we mean it, we think it matters. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, whether times are easy or whether times are hard, you keep learning. You keep growing. And no matter what, find a way, even if briefly, to keep having fun.